Well, good evening and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Susan Kennedy, and I'm broadcasting today from Byron Bay, which is in the beautiful northern New South Wales area of Australia. Just hosted a 5-day retreat, Venus Rising, which is all about finding the feminine energy inside, learning how to love the self and how to really be free. So we've had an amazing 5 days. All my goddesses have left about an hour ago. And so I'm here in this most beautiful of places. And the room behind me is where we just spent an amazing week connecting with those in the spirit world, our own spirit and our own hearts. So it's been amazing. So the things I want to talk to you about this week are things like the things that we worked on this week. So we were working with the energy of how to trust the self and how to really know whether or not you are on track with life. And really what it comes down to is the way that you trust is by tuning into the feelings that you have and learning how to know when you have that warm, gooey feeling inside, that means you are absolutely on track with something. And when you have that pain or that fear in the pit of your tummy, then generally speaking, it means something's just not quite right. So we've been working a lot with tuning into our feelings and being able to really build a better relationship with ourselves. Because the whole thing is, when you have a great relationship with yourself, you'll be able to allow yourself to make mistakes, to feel things, to be able to explore and become an adventurer. So I decided this week that I wasn't going to call it working on ourselves anymore. That we're not working on ourselves. A magnificent potential. And so we have great potential as human beings to be amazing. And honestly, I wish you could have seen the transformation with my ladies this week. It was just unbelievable. People that arrived on, Friday afternoon that were a bit broken, a few birds with little broken wings. And today they've all just soared and they've flown away, they've flown the coop, and they've got so many new tools to work with. And one of the biggest tools that they've got, other than learning how to trust themselves and have that great relationship with themselves, is just the energy of compassion and kindness. And they could just see, we could all see how much we are down on ourselves at times. So the whole thing is, in order to be happy and to live life with great joy and great happiness, is to let go of the judgment. Let go of any feelings that you are less than brilliant and that you can't achieve anything you want to achieve. There were ladies here that have gone through some severe hardships in their life, and by that I mean severe hardships that have been life-altering for them. But they walked away, and some of them actually wheeled away because 2 of those ladies were in wheelchairs, but they have gone away with the most amazing view on life. So I invite you to look at that yourself. How can you trust yourself more? By feeling, by letting go, by surrendering more, and that way you can find, how to have a great relationship with yourself. So enough about that, because I'm going to take the first of my 2 callers this week. And as you know, each and every week I like to share the joy and to help a couple of ladies or people get some clarity. So I've got Lena in Miami, Florida. Lena, how are you today?
I'm okay. How are you, Susan?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. As you may have heard, I'm on a little bit of a high, so lots of energy here to help you. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I've gone through a huge transition. I lost my job, and then I'm having relationship problems with this man. I'm really trying to let go of him because he doesn't seem to really want to give me what I'm looking for. This has been going on a few years, and now I'm just pretty much fed up. He just seems to want to hang on to me, and I'm just getting, it's really affecting me, and I just want to see what you see about a new job and this man, Steve.
Okay. Well, firstly, if I go to the energy of you for this year, I know that, yes, it feels at the moment that you've got these choices to make. And firstly, it feels that you have to make the choice around the relationship in order to set yourself free. Because I know that you know that this relationship isn't working. working for you. And I really feel that part of this transition that you're going through is to recognize have everything inside you that you need. Because it's as though the relationship was okay for a while, but now I just feel this person is too needy. It's as though they're very, very needy with you. And this, for me, this year is all about you getting your balance and really making some tough choices in order for you to have the new life that's coming for you. So can I just ask, Lena, what your date of birth is, please?
March 7th, 1962.
Yeah, okay. So you are in a 2-year, which is a year all about balance, and it's about you finding your balance. And I feel it's very important for you to actually be the one that initiates the direction of this relationship. I don't like to tell people that relationships are finished because I believe it's in your hands. But my feeling is that for you, you are done in the relationship anyway. This is my feeling. It's as though I need to now reclaim my power, and I have to be the one that's strong enough to do that. Do you understand it when I say that?
Yeah, I mean, he just wants to be stagnant, and I want to move forward. Either you're with me or you're not. I don't like this halfway in and halfway out.
Yeah. And this is the thing that I'm feeling, is that it's time for you to make that stand. And it's either in or out. The feeling that I have with it when you bring, that I don't feel this person Steve has enough commitment in him right now to bring all of himself to the table for you. And I feel it's time for you now to say, this isn't what I want. You know what I want. This is what I want. And in order for me to have that, it's as though I have to now let go. So to allow yourself to let go of this relationship so that you can have, work on yourself and get the job, get things happening there with your work. Now, I just want to tune into your work for a minute. Sorry, I'm just giving the okay. I'm in the retreat centre and they're wanting to clear up the room where I am. If I look at the energy of your work, my feeling is that whatever you did before must have been either to do with book work or administration, and that you're done with that as well. Do you know that?
No, I did not realize that.
No, but I mean, is that the kind of work you were doing before?
Yeah. I got a call today from a place. In fact, it was, and I just didn't get called. They're supposed to be calling me back, so I don't know. That's more in I never worked in this field before, but it always interests me, so that's why I applied to it.
What's the new field?
Actually, it's working at a cremation center, doing, working in the office, greeting the customers, doing some, accounting, just doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I used to work in hospice, and I've always been a humanitarian, and I think I would really work well in that field.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess the feeling is, for me, when I asked what you were going to do, I felt very overwhelmed by book work. And so it would be important for you, if you do go into that kind of work, to make sure that you, because there's this very strong perfectionist tendency within you, you do have a lot of personal power within yourself. So my feeling is that with the work, what you said about being a humanitarian and working with people, this feels like that's the kind of thing that you will be doing. And my sense is that you will have work very, very quickly, now that you've decided that you want to put yourself out there for this kind of work. So, yeah, I just feel that my sense is you need to tidy up your energy around your relationship so that you've got more to put into your work, because it's as though your energy is very scattered at the moment. And so I know that the energy of the relationship is really pulling you down. Yeah. And everything I'm seeing says new life, but that you've got all of the skills and you've got everything that you need in order to be, employable and to have a job that you like. So, my feeling is that certainly by May, everything is sorted with the work situation, and that in a way you're taking a gamble by doing something new. But my feeling is that you need to keep investing in yourself, because I still feel that you have got a lot to offer, and I don't feel you'll be fully satisfied with the bookwork element of things and the paperwork. For me, you are a people person and somebody that is a very good organizer, and so it's to really work on those skills and know that they are valuable, and that's where you'll find your ability. You're still here to help people, and I know that that's a big thing for you. So I know it's all going to be very positive. Look, relationship-wise, I think it's time to really sort this out, put it to bed, make sure that I know that you're not going to be alone for the rest of your life, that you do have a lot of heart to give, a lot of love to give, but it's about really demanding what you want. And my feeling is that in this relationship you're in, it may be time that, the appointments probably come to an end. So I would... but that again will be your choice. This is, do I keep on staying and not having what I want, or do I make a stand for myself?
Yeah, I don't think he's capable.
So the thing is, I feel like you're wishing.
He owes me money too. So do you think I'm going to get this money from him?
Straight away, I got no. I don't think you're going to get the money from him. Doesn't mean you won't get it, but my feeling straight away was no. So again, if you were listening to me at the beginning, this is about you learning to have very strong boundaries going forward, because it feels to me that this man has taken a lot from you and it hasn't been a balanced relationship. So at some level, you have to look at where that was for you, so that you learn, you let go. It's like, let go, learn about this lesson, learn it quickly, let it go, and move on with your life and make your life now powerful for you, because this is a year where you can really bring yourself back into balance and get things back. But my feeling is that, I don't feel that you'll get the money back in the short term anyway. Okay, so I wish you well with it, but really again...
Is he going to leave me alone?
So, sorry?
Is he going to leave me alone, or am I going to be harassed by him?
Well, this is where I keep seeing for you, you have to be firm. So this is, I have to stand up, I have to do what it takes, and you have to, if necessary, I think he will leave you alone, but I believe that you have to be very strong in your energy with that, because there's this toing and froing that's happening between you both. And one of you has to be strong enough to break it. And if you don't, you're going to do this eternal dance in this relationship, and it's very destructive for you. So, and for him too. So the feeling is that for you to just have the strength and the power to tune into your own self, start to trust yourself, and make this new time about you. Okay, so I wish you well. I know you have the strength.
All right.
I know that you're here to find personal power. I know that you have a lot of intuition as well, and so you come in with very intuitive numbers. You're a number 10, which says you're a leader and you have intuition. So you have to learn to trust your feelings and start to build that strong relationship with yourself now. Okay, so I wish you well with it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's my pleasure, Lena. I always wish I could be the bearer of great news, but ultimately insight is great news. It's where you can learn how to trust. So now I'm going to speak with Amy in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Amy, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm exceptionally well. Whereabouts is Wisconsin?
It's over by Minnesota and by
in Michigan, over in between those two.
Okay. Yeah, very good. I was in San Diego recently and I met a couple of ladies from Minnesota. So I sort of have a bit of an idea. So how can I help you today, Amy?
Yes, I wanted to know if my mom is present with me in my house that I shared with her, because she died 3 weeks ago as of today, and I just want to know if she is mad at me or if she's at peace with me and if she loves me in that.
Okay. So, Amy, let me just tune into your mum for a little bit. Okay. Okay, so my feeling with your mum, now, did she pass with a form of cancer?
No, she died of a kidney failure. She did smoke a lot, and we actually don't know what she kind of died of. We don't know if it was from her kidneys or what.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, my feeling, I went straight to my liver, that was all. So my feeling is just that, the organ failure that would have taken her to the spirit world. Look, my feeling is with your mum that she had a lot of emotional things going on for herself. You know that with her, that she was, because I'm feeling very heavy and I feel very, that I had a lot of sadness in my own life. Do you understand that with your mum?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that as you've said, that things at the end weren't, as wonderful as you would have liked them to be. But my feeling is there is no animosity at all there from your mum, only a great deal of compassion and love from her. I feel as though she's been trying to speak with you as well. Have you been hearing her or feeling her close to you?
Actually, every morning I've been hearing footsteps like in the kitchen and that, and I always thought it was my fiance, and he always would tell me no, that he was still in bed yet and that.
Yeah. Yeah, because my feeling is she wants to, there's a feeling with her that she would like forgiveness from you in lots of ways. So my feeling is there's an energy with her of wanting to say sorry to you. And I know that your mum must have had a lot of her own pressure and her own, because I feel as though I'm finding it very difficult to deal with myself as your mother. So I know that she would have found it very difficult. And, my sense is a lot of almost depression kind of energy with her.
Yes, because we were very, very close to each other in that, and I lived with her in that up till she died in that.
Yeah. And so I know that in that end period of her life, that life was much more difficult than it would have been earlier on, because I know that between the two of you, that you shared a lot of common interests, and I feel that it was almost as though you had one heart, is how I feel. But I do know that towards the end it was very hard for her to express, and that she was dealing a lot with her own sadness. So she's certainly not upset with you in any way, not at all. And if anything, is are there many people in the family? Because I just get this image of happy families, though. It's as though it's a strange image that I'm seeing, but it's like, are you now the person left to bring the family together?
Yes, I know my grandma was very close to her mother, and she's still alive yet, and she was worried about how her mom was going to handle her dying and that.
Okay. Yeah, because that makes sense in what I'm seeing, because the way I see it, it's like these cutouts of a family, And it's as though to say that, you know, the family, even though she's gone, she's not really gone. She's still a great big part of you. And you must have spent some time with your mum massaging her feet, is what I feel. I feel as though she would have carried a lot of fluid in her legs. Can you remember that with her?
My Aunt Mary would be the one that would have massaged her feet and her legs for her when she was in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm just seeing this happening, and I'm seeing, you know, this fluid around her and this, you know, this sense. So were you not there when she passed?
I was. I was actually holding her hand when she passed away.
Yeah. So because I didn't hear the first part of when you came on the call, but, you know, I just know that there is no, you know, your mum is just out of pain in the spirit world. And I feel, is there something about blowing bubbles with you as well? You know, over here in Australia, we have these things that children, you know, they blow bubbles, and it's sort of a very childlike energy. And I feel your mum's gone back into that very childlike energy, you know, in the spirit world, that she's a lot freer.
Yeah, she always wanted to go back to being a child and that, because she did a lot of, like, gymnastics and all that, and she always, like you said, loved to blow bubbles and that, and she always wanted to go back when she was younger.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I'm seeing, you know, the energy of her in the spirit world is saying, look at me, I can move now. I can dance, I can move. And I feel that she would have been in her time quite, you know, a woman with a lot of rhythm and a lot of music. And I feel that she had a great deal of strength as well. And I feel that you're very much like her in that energy. And would you know, did she have a lot of hair? Like, I feel like I've got all of this hair, beautiful hair. And it feels like it's something that people would have acknowledged about her.
Yeah, she did have a lot of hair, but when she died, though, she was losing a lot of it, though. But she did have a lot of hair when she was younger.
Yeah, because the image that she shows me in my mind, it's sort of like this, I'd like to say it's like this wild, wild woman. And in a way, someone that knew who she was and knew, you know, and I see that depression in her later life not being like the woman that she was when she was younger. Because in her younger life, to me, she was someone that brought people together and would have been, you know, a very powerful woman in her own way. So I know that things really did change, but it's to know that where she is right now, she is in a very beautiful place and very much enjoying her time there, free from pain. Now, sorry, I'm just tuning in a little bit to her at the moment. So is there some division with, I mean, I know it's early days, but it feels that she's telling that quite add up with the estate or something, or with things that have been left. So is there supposed to be more for you than somebody else?
You mean like money in that, or?
Yeah, just in division of assets and money.
Yeah, there was supposed to be like 1 or 2 life insurance that I was supposed to get, but apparently she died about 6 months into the life insurance, and she had to be alive for a year, so I didn't get like 2 of them in that.
Okay. Yeah, because it's almost as though what I'm seeing is she's saying this doesn't add up or something. So in a way, there's just that feeling of she wanted to provide and to know anyway that you're going to be taken care of. But look, she just comes with lots and lots of love, and in a way doesn't want to leave her burdens with you. So this is for you to let go of anything there that was hers in the sense of emotional stuff, to know that your mum accepts full responsibility for her life and that she's now just very proud to be alongside you as her daughter. And I feel that she's, you know, you mentioned your partner before, and I feel that she's very joyful that you have that person in your life with you. So it's time now for you to make a commitment to your life as well. But your mum just is very much okay in that spirit world, and just lots and lots of love to you, Amy.
Well,
Okay.
thank you, and I just want to tell her that I love her and I will never forget her.
Yeah, and she knows that and thanks you for that too. So just listen out for her, because I feel that she is very much still around you for a little while yet. So just to stay, with her. All right, lots of love, Amy.
Thank
Okay.
you so much for
So
listening.
there's our readings. That's okay. My pleasure. Wow, so a big energy there with Amy's mum, and just to know as well how much sometimes, the grieving process, it's something that we all go through. We all know there are cycles with life and death, but that once, our loved ones hit the spirit world, there's just this incredible freedom. And actually where I am recording from right now is a retreat centre at Byron Bay, and the beautiful owner of the centre passed away 2 days before I came to hold my retreat. And that was very sad for all the people here. This beautiful centre's been here for over 25 years. And all I know is that the beautiful energy of Tony is here, and it's been with us all week. So as I leave you now for this week, just know that you're, to learn how to trust yourself, to learn how to really believe that you have everything that you already need in order to have a great relationship with yourself. So trust yourself, build that great relationship, have kindness and compassion for yourself, and have an amazingly wonderful week living and loving life. And I'll see you here next week on the show, and I'll be back in Queensland for my date with you next week. So thanks again for joining me. Lots of love, and Susan Kennedy Medium signing off. And please join me on my Facebook page, Susan Kennedy Medium. Lots of love. Bye.